What does Sydeney mean to you?
Everything. She's a really good person, and I just think that she helped us with drama.
What's your favorite thing about Sydeney?
She's just
If you were able to do one thing with Sydeney, what would it be?
what we do now, just like hang out and sing and do drama.
Okay. What is your hope for Sydeney as she moves away to California?
Just keep doing drama and have a good drama class. I love you, Sydeney. Mwah. Have fun. Bye.
Bye. Love you, Sydeney. Goodbye. What would your best piece of advice be for Bradley and Sydeney into a new school?
Don't be afraid to make new friends.
What's your favorite thing about Bradley?
I don't know, just his sense of humor. He's just awesome. Good luck in California, Sydeney and Bradley.
What's your favorite thing about Sydeney?
I just love how Sydeney, she always helps me a lot with everything, no matter what or what circumstances are, and she's really open to me. And
What advice do you have for Bradley as he goes to a new school?
to always be open and, to adapt to his surroundings, because there's going to be a lot of new people that he's going to meet and a lot of fun people, and just to make the right choices.
What is your greatest hope for Bradley and Sydeney as they move to California?
My greatest hope is that they get to meet and see new and wonderful things and experience the best that they can ever have.
If you could do one last thing with Sydeney, what would you do?
Have a mommy-daughter day. Or mukbang.
Mukbang.
Yeah. I love you, Sydeney and Bradley. Have a wonderful time in California.
I love how she always jokes around with us, and she's always the life of the party.
What is your best advice for Bradley as he moves? What is your greatest hope as they move to California?
I hope that they just have a good time.
What career choice do you recommend for Sydeney?
I think she would have a lot of fun in theater.
What's your favorite thing about Bradley?
I like how he's always silly and makes jokes. I love you, Sydeney and Bradley. Have fun in California.
Bye. Thing about Sydeney.
My favorite thing about Sydeney is that she's a good person, and overall she's caring and nice to everyone in drama.
What's your advice for Bradley as he enters a new school?
To be a good person, because if he's not, then if there's a person who's planning on killing someone, the first person you're going to think of is Bradley. So make friends, not enemies.
What's one thing you wish you could do with Sydeney?
See one more show with her, because that would be fun.
What's your favorite memory you have with Sydeney?
Probably when she was doing my makeup for the play, because I sneezed on her, and that was hilarious.
Ah.
I love you, Sydeney, and I hope you have a fun time, and we're going to text and call a lot, and Brad...
Favorite memory you have with Sydeney?
Meeting her, because the first time I met her, we were throwing oranges around and laughing at each other.
What's your wish for Sydeney as she moves to California?
To continue being the good person she is, because even though people, may despise her or not like her because of, what she does or how she acts, she's still a great person inside.
What's your favorite thing about Sydeney?
Her kindness.
What's one thing you wish you could do with Sydeney before she leaves?
Probably spend a whole day with her. I don't know, maybe go to the movies or the mall or something and have drinks together. Not alcoholic drinks. Coffee or something. Coffee. I hope you have a great time in California, Sydeney. I love you, and I'll be sending you letters through the mail.
Sydeney could be any character in any musical anywhere. What would she be best for?
She would most likely play the role of Elphaba in Wicked.
What's one piece of advice you have for Bradley with making new friends in his new school?
Just be yourself, man.
Just be yourself. What's your favorite character trait Sydeney has?
My favorite character trait that Sydeney has is that she's able to stay calm in tough times.
If you could do one more thing with Sydeney, what would it be?
Just be in the show with her again.
What's Sydeney's probably best career choice in your opinion?
Obviously, the best career choice for Sydeney is accountant.
Accountant?
I'm kidding. Acting.
If you and Sydney could spend a whole day together, what would that day consist of?
We would obviously just be watching bootleg Broadway shows on a couch, eating popcorn and pizza.
And pizza.
Bye, Sydney. We love you.
Favorite thing about Sydney?
Sydney, I love how she's so nice, and then she just always think of a possibility to do with everything, and then she's so funny. I mean, she's Sydney. And then I love hugging her. She feels so warm and sweet. And then she have like a nice family and a nice mom, and I wish I could be there with her.
What's one piece of advice you have for Bradley since he's moving to a new school?
Bradley, made a lot of friends. Please do, because all your friends are going to be there for you. Mostly your family.
If you could do one more thing with Sydney, what would it be?
I will give her a warm, sweet hug.
If you and Sydney were to spend an entire day together, what would that day be like?
It would be like the best day I've ever had.
What's your favorite memory with Sydney?
I love how last year we were dressing for Cinderella, and then she was taking a photo of us. We were having some sweet time with Cinderella.
If you could do one more thing with her, what would it be? Like the activity?
Drama.
Drama? Mm-hmm. What career would you love to see Sydney in later in life?
Oh, I would love to see her as a drama teacher.
As a drama teacher?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your best advice for Sydney as she moves to California?
My best advice would be, oh my God, this is tough. My best advice is, don't forget me. I love you. Don't forget me. Bye. And I'll always be here.
If you could do one more thing with Sydney, what would it be? As Bradley's going to a new school, what's your best advice for him?
I would say keep your friends close, make really good friends, and keep them close because they'll help you through everything.
What career would you love to see Sydney in?
Acting or singing.
If you were to spend an entire day with Sydney, what would that day be like?
We would probably sit and make jokes about musicals and sing all the songs. We'll attempt to sing all the songs. I love you, Sydney and Bradley. Have a good time in California.
Sydney, I'm Bryce from the live stream. Hope you have a nice time in California. And toot a lot, just letting you know. Goodbye.
Favorite thing about Sydney?
Her joy and she gives advice to everybody.
If you could do one more thing with Sydney, what would it be?
Go back to districts with her.
What's your favorite memory you and Sydney have?
Districts when I messed up and I was really upset, and she comforted me and told me that everything was going to be.
If you and Sydney were to spend an entire day together, what would that day be like?
We would go watch a musical together.
If Sydney was in any musical and any character, what character would you think she would best fit?
Little Mermaid, and she would be good for Ursula.
What's your best wish for Sydney as she and Bradley move to California?
Wherever you move, I hope you have a happy life going on forward, and don't forget any of us. I love you, Sydney, and don't forget me. Yeah.
Favorite thing about Sydney?
Her height, her laugh.
As Bradley's moving to a new school, what do you hope most for him?
Good friends.
Yeah, good friends and no exclusion.
If you could spend an entire day with Sydney, what would you be doing?
Ice cream.
Eating.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing that Sydeney has ever done for you?
Makeup.
Yeah, Sage, yeah.
Anything to say?
What's your best wish for Sydeney and Bradley as they move to California?
That they're happy there. And they can always come and visit. Yeah.
Favorite thing about Sydeney?
My favorite thing about Sydeney is about how amazing she is as a person. She's just a really great person, and she always cracks jokes, and she always makes me feel better. And she's an amazing songer. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing songwriter. She's just all around an amazing person. I love her kindness. I'm on stage with her. I love drama club with her. I love her.
If you were to spend a day with Sydeney, what would you guys do together?
We'd probably eat no dairy ice cream for she wouldn't get a stomach ache. We'd sing, we'd watch like TV or Broadway bootlegs, or we'd just spend the day having as much fun as we could, or we'd like go to the movies.
Bradley is moving to a new school. What is your best advice for him?
My best advice is when you meet new people, just crack jokes with them and just try to relax, because making friends is not as hard as you think, and you're really funny and great people are out there ready to be your friends. So just crack jokes and break the ice and you guys will get along fine.
If you could see Sydeney working in any place as any profession, what would it be?
I'd love to see her as a drama club teacher, or as like a theater teacher, because I know she hates school. She loves kids. I want her to do something that she will enjoy forever. I don't want to see her as a Barnes & Noble's worker. I want to see her fulfilling her full potential in something she's happy with, like teaching or kids, or maybe like a camp counselor at one of those theater camps, or a voice teacher, or being on Broadway. I'd love to see her on stage professionally getting paid for something she loves.
What's your best advice for Sydeney now that she's moving to California?
You're an amazing person. You make friends wherever you go. You don't need anyone's help. You're gonna do amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You're gonna be great.
If you could see Sydeney as any character from...
Hi, Sydeney and Bradley. Have fun in California. Have a great life. Visit me as much as you can. I will be texting you constantly, sending you care packages. I love you guys. Bye.